Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today is a very special one from FSExpo. Today we'll be doing a recap of day one. Let's get straight into it. Make sure you like and subscribe and also put the notification bell so you don't miss day two. Let's get straight in. Starting off with the first presentation, Bluebird Simulations had the first presentation taking the main stage in Las Vegas at this year's FSExpo. The CEO shared some more information about the upcoming 757 and 767 projects. We also got a little sneak peek of a new aircraft that I'll be giving you some more information on in just a moment. The presentation started with an update on the progress of the studio's Boeing 757 upgrade, which has been in development since June 2021. The CEO says that the 757 will be the most accurate and immersive 757 ever built for Microsoft Flight Simulator and will reflect the passion that the team feels towards flight simulation. It was shot with a complex electronical system simulating 20 electrical buses with their relevant circuit breakers. The plane also has accurate flight models as tested and verified by over a dozen real-world 757 pilots, along with custom sounds recorded from the real-world counterpart by Boris AudioWorks. Accurate night lighting has also been worked on extensively by the developers in Bluebird's team to ensure maximum immersion. The team has spent hours working on this with over 35 dimmer switches in the cockpit. Other simulated systems will include the air conditioning system, which will take into account with various amount of doors and windows on the aircraft that could open and close. We also saw from some of the preview images that they shared some new EFB pictures on their aircraft as well. The team chose to focus specifically on the FMS during this presentation, though the CEO talked about the fully customized autopilot which has been built from the ground up in-house by Bluebird team. Worked on this last year, and the system will include 3 separate flight computers, each working on their very own circuit. The FMS will come with the LNAV and VNAV, including the ability to perform RNAV procedures, as well as pilot entered waypoints, speeds, and altitude restrictions for a one-to-one recreation of the real-world system. A custom debugging tool is also presented on board to make sure that no one system is taking up too much of their precious frames. The plane will also be able to accurately fly curved courses and correctly follow complex paths, and will feature SimBrief integration on day one. The CEO finished by describing the system as a one-to-one representation of the real 757 FMS. Moving on, they focused on the flight deck of the virtual airliner. Here the team had worked on thousands of photos from the real 757 to correctly scaled aspects of the flight deck. Over 70 color samples from the 757 has been used to achieve accurate representation of the cockpit in the sim, with 3D scans of the yoke also being used accurate to 1mm. They also added that the customers will be able to have the option of picking between 2K, 4K or hybrid textures, catering to users on desktop systems of various different processing powers, like for example the GPU or CPU, so it doesn't ramp up too much. The second part of their presentation focused on the progress of the 767. Now this project was announced a little while ago, and now today we haven't seen as much detail as we've seen on the 757, but they have said that they're still working on it. Not that much has been spent on it, as I previously said, and the video demonstrates this process so far. It is clear to say that the 767 is still in work in progress, with all the renders we saw today being externally in the simulator in the Blender 3D modeling program. The team also has said that it has an immersive amount of data from 3D scans of the aircraft, as well as over 9,000 photos, sounds, and videos. He also revealed though that 90% of the developers' time right now is spent on the 757, which would explain why the progress of the 767 has been a little bit slower at this point. It was confirmed on stage that the initial release of the 767 with the 300ER variant, the most popular of the several that were manufactured by Boeing, and that different versions will be shipped with both the General Electrics and the Pratt & Whitney engine options. The Rolls-Royce RB211 engine option will be sometime after release as a free update. Simmers looking to get their hands on the 200 variant of the aircraft will have to wait a little longer, as these will be released later on, and that you would need to get the 300 base package to be used. The CEO said that it was a clear goal in his for the Bluebird 767, the most detailed and accurate 767 simulation ever produced for Flight Simulator, with accurate dynamics tested by real-world 767 pilots. Further textured previews of the add-ons are promised to be shown later on this year. Bluebird Simulations surprised the flight simulator community by announcing a brand new Boeing 787 Dreamliner for their main stage slot at FSExpo. In a 2-minute video teasing the aircraft, we saw some exterior modeling work already completed on the airliner, including the General Electric 9X engines and cockpit and exterior, and also tailplane. The development studio has also used their time in their main stage session to show off further details surrounding their upcoming 757 and 767, as I previously shared already. The CEO of Bluebird Simulations development on the 787 started in November last year, and the project is being undertaken by a team separate from the 757 and 767 projects. This means that the delivery timeline for those other Boeing jets is unaffected by the 787's development, as the development time isn't being pulled between the three projects. Given that this project has been announced just a few months before the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, it is unclear if it will be exclusively for 2024 or if it will be released for both platforms, or indeed for other sims like X-Plane 12. DJ Choice on a beat. Sayintenstions.ai had a massive announcement, and they might have got a little bit carried away with what they announced. Sayintenstions.ai is an IFR and VFR air traffic control that's powered by AI with 24/7 coverage and much more. Sayintentions can now speak and understand 17 different languages with zero impact on the CPU or frame rate. Additional features are to be confirmed to be coming to the product this year, including traffic injection, living real world AI traffic, living world AI, and some more surprises yet to be disclosed. But the main announcements coming out of this session was the introduction to the brand new AI cabin crew. Simmers will be able to pick between 3 cabin crew styles: grade A, representing a well-run professional operation; quitting time, just the people who just refuse to do anything and just have a mental breakdown; and the fearsome duo, which is inspired by Janet, who is already in the Sayintentions.ai package as a tour guide. The AI cabin crew features are available as of now and will be available for all existing users of Sayintentions product, and will be able to capture them as well. The main showstopper moment of that presentation was the price cut. As of today, Sayintentions.ai will now start from a cost of $19.95 per month, a cut of $10 from the previous price, which was around about $30. This price cut is backdated to June 7th, so any existing customers who have made payments between that date and today will be entitled to a credit on their account. The studio says that they have made possible thanks to the price cut of technology and the things that run it. They also said that as the technology starts to evolve, the price cut will be cut down more and more. And that wrapped up a well worth waiting Sayintentions.ai presentation. Winwing has just finished its FlightSimExpo main stage presentation in Las Vegas, where the company announced a sledge of affordable new home cockpit hardware for the flight simmers. Tony, the spokesperson representing Winwing, started out making commercial high-fidelity simulators for clients such as flight schools, including their 1:1 scale renders of the Cessna 172 and the Diamond DA40 and DA42 cockpits. They have been making HOTAS systems for the military sims for some time now. However, today's presentation was all about affordable affordable new home cockpit hardware seeking to enhance the experience of simmers flying commercial airlines. Starting off the A320 series, Tony announced the MIP 320 ethos on the left and right side, retailing at $84.95, and the MIP 320 MCDU retailing at $129.95. Coming soon will also be the company's MIP 320 TCP and RMP radio, which is the radio panel, as well as the A320 cockpit transponder panels, although the pricing is not yet announced, so make sure you subscribe so you guys could kind of like get some more information on it when it releases. Winwing also announces the new Eurominer airline joysticks. These are based on the real A320 side sticks and can be purchased on either a left, which is the captain's side, or the right, which is the first officer's configuration, at a retail price at $83.90 for each one. Turning our attention to something I was not anticipating and expecting from them, which is the 737 family. Tony announced that the MIP 737 MPC will be retailing for $129.95. whilst the 737 ethos for the left and right side will be coming at a cost of $79.95 each. And it doesn't even stop there. They also have the CDU, which comes in at a cost of $129.95. And they also said that there is more 737 stuff coming in 2025 as it works to complete the full cockpit on each of these airliners. Tony acknowledged after these announcements in the hall that some of the Winwing existing customers were worried about the company had been drifting away from the military scene. However, we was reassured that this wasn't the case as another product was announced, the 18 joystick V2. This F18 joystick has been re-engineered with a vibration motor inside the joystick. The user's simulator will work with the stick to replicate fine conditions. For insurance, if the user puts the aircraft into a steep, high-speed dive, the force required to pitch up will be greater than if the aircraft were in level flight at normal speed. Now, this technology is driven by the Winwing Sim App Pro technology. Winwing is working with Microsoft to get the Sim App Pro vibration motor working within their simulator. Approval is currently stated to be coming in around about late June, with DCS already having been approved with this technology. Finally, the last product announcement of this presentation was the Cyber Turf FF joystick. This is built with FAA FRA Pack 60 level 5 joystick control loading, which Tony summarized as effortlessly meaning force feedback. No price was detailed on this stick at this moment. And that was all for their products. Navigraph used their slot to announce some new stuff. This was the traffic and ATC sectors overlay. The new feature, which the team admitted was their most requested feature, will allow users to view air traffic control sectors on their charts, which is current VATSIM and IVAO controller connections and other Navigraph users. You could also interact with other users by clicking on their aircraft icon, where information about the flight plan, aircraft type, altitude, speed is also displayed. All pilots that are shown on the map, regardless of whether you are using Navigraph, VATSIM, or the IVAO user, will be displayed with a 1-second refresh rate. The feature is not yet released though, with more work to be done building the system over the next couple of months from what they have said. However, some of the ongoing works including breaking up the displayed VATSIM sector, so if for example you are flying in London and there are 3 controllers online, you'll be able to know which one of these 3 you're supposed to be connecting to without no guessing. Towards the end of the presentation, a vertical profile feature was also allocated to be briefly shown. Although a few details were shared on this other than that it was something that the team is working on. The new feature would be able to display vertical layout of air traffic control sectors so that the user is able to know where they can fly beneath controlled airspace if this is an option on their route. Tobii is the latest in the developers who have taken to FlightSimExpo's main stage from that day to announce a new camera boost function for their existing eye tracker product, which is used across a various of simulators including flight sims. Thomas Papa, the director of Tobii Gaming, delivered the announcement in this presentation. Camera boost works by creating an additional quote-unquote boost to your head tracking rotation when you rotate your head towards where you are looking on the screen. Now this, according to Thomas, makes for a more intuitive and natural feeling when using the Tobii Eye Tracker. The camera boost feature should eliminate the need for acceleration curves if the user wants to look at something over on behind their shoulder or behind them or something. Thomas suggested that this would be a very helpful feature for simmers looking to view their surroundings out of the window. Right now, camera boost is available for DCS, Star Citizens, and War Thunder, with additionals coming to X-Plane, Armament 3, and Elite Dangers. There was no word though on this feature being introduced to Microsoft Flight Simulator, although Thomas said that he will be looking forward to announcing more titles that will feature this soon. SoFly has announced its roadmap for the EcoSoundscape, their most recently released product. To start off, SoFly addressed that they were aware of feedback surrounding some of the missing sounds and some of the performance issues. With that, they are redeveloping the engine to ensure that this won't happen in case of moving forward. Work is going to be well on its way and will be provided as a free update. Along with this, the team confirmed that the sounds will be global, so instead of sounds based on the place of location, it will read data from the sim and then play more appropriate sounds. Again, a free update for all customers and on Xbox. In the meantime, SoFly also says that a few new sounds sets will come to PC and Xbox users. This include new aircraft noises, for example rattle and bumps, and also a new one that I'm really looking forward to is the air traffic control sounds based on location. Some of the examples were shared as well. The way that this works is that depending on what area you are located in, it will pick up sounds from there. So for example, if you're flying over somewhere in the UK, it'll play UK air traffic control noises. Now SoFly says that these updates are coming as quickly as possible and wants to get it right away. A new product revealed by SoFly at FlightSimExpo 2024 has been revealed with the title called Cabin Announcement Pro. This all-new product is for PC and Xbox and will include hundreds of regional voices for ground crew, cabin crew, and pilots in various of scenarios. This includes localized accents across various parts of the world, emergency and normal operations, and also time-based events. Cabin Announcement Pro will take a bank of thousands of voice clips and bring those together for an organic experience. From your initial setup to arriving at your destination, you could experience multiple voice sets throughout your journey. Ground crew will give you fuel and dispatch reports, whilst cabin crew will be able to be there to serve like coffee and perform their safety duties. Each voice set comes with multiple variants, all randomly generated to help give you a scene of immersion for each flight. Now, one thing that was said at the very ending is, unlike other products, SoFly says that this will be a one-time payment with all the voice sets included, and it's no need for any subscription. SoFly says that this will be coming later this year for Microsoft Flight Simulator and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for PC and Xbox.
Y'all see.
Flying Art has announced their AI-generated cabin announcements for Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane on the stage. Cabby integrates AI-generated announcements that uses customized voices with many different languages to bring pilots and crew announcements for Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane. Cabby also gives you the ability to record your own voices and announcements, as well as implementing safety announcements based upon external data such as original location and sim brief to tailor the announcements announcements for your flight. Cabby gives you the opportunity to record a few sentences in your own voice and use the AI tool to create an announcement using your voice, not just only in your own language, but it will be able to translate it in multiple different languages as you travel around the globe. Now, the program was launched just over a week ago, and the team have found some impressive users and stated that 864 users completing 6,543 flights, creating 182 custom voices and AI generating over 9,201,000 characters. Feedback in the first week has been going strong, but some of the suggestions is to improve. The product comes in its way of users wanting to create custom security briefings based on airliners, further dynamic announcements through AI, flight stage detection with GSX integration, and detailed voice improvements, which the team will look to implement over the time. You could pick up Cabby from the Flying Art website for $29.99 as a one-time purchase, or you could pay $12 per month for the Pro version, which includes marketplaces, voices, and custom premium voices as well. And that is it for day one. Yes, that is day one now done. Now, I am going to say something. Everything that you see will be around about 2 days behind. This is due to the fact of the schedules that I had to do, but don't worry about that. Everything will be coming out day by day, as you already know. And also, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos, because as I said, there is flights on its way and I don't want anyone to miss it. So anyway, this is your boy Jay, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, happy flying.